Well, good morning, everyone. It is Friday, July 12th, 8 a.m., and I'm on my way to work. So for those of you who don't know, I took a part-time job at the start of the camping season here at Happy Acres Campground in Angola, Indiana. And after the first couple weeks, and once I was done with school, my part-time job became a full-time job working here at the campground. And so what I thought I would do today is something different to show you the other side of camping and RVing and what it's like to actually work at the campground. I have got a busy day today. It's probably going to end up being like a 12 or 13 hour day. We are almost sold out. I think I have one site left. We'll probably sell it yet today. But my day starts with opening the pool, and so I need to get this thing tested, cleaned, and then I'm going to be shifting up to the office and working up there all day. So I'm going to bring you along, but I need to get going on this, so let's do it. So the first thing I typically do when I'm opening the pool after I get it unlocked is I have to test the chemicals just to make sure that everything is good with the pool. And then I will put it into our log. What a lot of you may not know is I used to run hotels before I became an educator. So pools is really nothing that I am not familiar with. And that couple summers I worked at Disney, I used to fill in for their pool person. First thing I'm going to do is just do a little bit of brushing on the bottom, kind of get a sense for what we've got going on down here. I love here at Happy Acres, they use this battery powered sweeper. Now, I'm just gonna use the net here to skim the top. I see a few things floating. And the last thing we need to do is pop up our signature orange umbrellas. So, for those of you who don't know, the official color here at Happy Acres is orange. And we like to have a pop of color because we're right beside of the interstate. So everybody going by gets to see these beautiful umbrellas. So there we go. All right, it's 8:30, pool is open, and now I need to head up to the office. I gotta grab a key. I'll show you why I'm getting the key here in just a moment. I have got the key that I need right here, so let's go ahead. We're gonna head back out. I'm gonna lock the office up. There we go. Let's get back on the golf cart, and I'll show you where we're headed with this key. Oh, looky there. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see them. Shoot, let's see. Where are you at? Look, you see the babies? Those cones over here, we were protecting this mama, and she hatched, and it looks like she has 4 young birds. So, pretty cool. All right, gotta keep moving. There we go. So that is our self-serve firewood and ice station, where if we're closed and you need either, just pull a card, write down what you're taking, your site number, and then we'll charge it to your site the next morning. So I've got the cards, somebody left cash. Now we're gonna fly back up to the store, and we're gonna get today's shift started. I've got about 20 minutes here to go ahead and get the store open. All right, we need to go ahead and get our sign out. This is something new we're trying because people were pulling up into the parking lot with big rigs, and then they were having troubles getting the angle to go through the gate. So I made this sign. It's working. Now we need to make a permanent sign that we will install out here. And there, we want them to stop right here because they were pulling up to our parking lot, and then they have a hard time making the angle to get through the gate. So there we go. Got that out. Speaking of signs, we got another sign we got to go work on. Go out the front door here. And now we need to work on updating this sign. All right, this sign's all updated. Now we need to check this box. And it looks like we have one card in there because people can also come up here and get firewood off the porch. They can also drop off their cabin keys. Okay, let's come on in. And I do need to count down my drawer. All right, it is officially 9 o'clock, so it is time to go ahead and open up and get this busy day started. There we go. You can see we've got a pretty cute store. Our owner, Angie, she makes most of the merchandise. She designs the logos for all the t-shirts and things, or she will sew the patches on. She does the heat press for all this stuff. Very cute store, and we sell a lot of Happy Acres merchandise. So now these are our arrivals for today. We actually print your name and the date you're staying, and this goes on a sign at your site. We laminate these, so if you want to take it home as a little souvenir, you can. Later, Steve will be up. He's doing site prep for me today, and you can see, I think we have about 14 check-ins. So I need to go ahead and we got to post all of these firewood ice cards that came in. Now, normally on the weekends, Friday and Saturday, we will run 2 people in the office because it does get crazy between check-ins, the phone, and selling a lot of merch. Unfortunately, the second person called off today. So it's just me. I think I'll be okay. A month ago, I would have been scared to death being alone in here. But after you do this enough, you start to get a rhythm. I'm not perfect, but I think we can get through it. And with my hotel background, for those of you who don't know, I used to run hotels before I started in education. So this is just like a hotel, except it's campsites. Right here are our check-ins for today. We've got 15. Everybody that comes in gets their own personalized map. We've got their parking pass in there, the rewards program, stay 6 nights, get your 7th night free. Just all the information they're gonna need. But now what I need to do is check tomorrow's arrivals because I have to make the maps for tomorrow, and I also have to make the site signs for tomorrow. I have one arrival for tomorrow is it. So I'm gonna go ahead, while we have time, I'm gonna get their map made. And I just need to double check their last name. And all I have to do is fill in a couple of spaces on this map, and then we will print tomorrow's arrivals personalized map. Tell me, how many campgrounds do you know that does a personalized map? There we go. That's all I have to put in there. Let's go ahead and get that map printing. I might as well go ahead and get my laminator warming up because we're going to have to laminate their site sign, and we're going to make that next. There we go. Site card is done. So I just put my site card into the laminating sheets that we buy. They're the right size. And now I'm just going to feed this through the laminator. While I'm doing that, I can also finish the map because we have to write the gate code because we are a gated campground and fill that in, and then just check on the back of the map once we get it folded. I have to check to see if they have a balance so we know when they come in, have they signed our policies, and if they've pre-ordered any retail items like firewood or ice so we can make sure those get delivered to them. All right, and then what I can do is we fold our maps. Really simple the way we do this. We fold them in half, just like that, and then open it back up. I'm gonna fold one side into the middle. Who's that on the map? So for those of you who don't know, besides working here, our company, Travels with Delaney, also partners with the campground to help with marketing, and so we get a spot on the map. Unlike most campgrounds that sell advertising on their maps, Angie, the owner, only puts businesses that she's friends with or works with closely. So we have the 6 on James, which is our official restaurant and food service provider. We got Kelly from Good Times Horticulture, who does all of our flowers and landscaping. Right now we're Acres, who we partner with in the fall for our Fall Fest. Obviously, we're the official YouTubers. And yeah, and the Lake James Tour Company. Captain Corey Cook, if you ever come here, definitely book a tour on Lake James, whether it's the history tour, the sunset tour. It's pretty awesome. Okay, now our site card is done. So now what I have to do on our site card, so that whoever's doing site prep can put these out, I need to write the site number on the back, just like that. And that way when they go to put them out, they know which site it goes to. So I need to make a car tag for them and get their punch card. So I mentioned we do a loyalty program. It's just these punch cards. We do it the old-fashioned way. We don't use an app. This person's staying one night, so they are going to get one punch. If they get 5 more punches, they get a free night stay. So we include that in their welcome kit. And then everybody has to have a car tag. So we will go ahead and I'm going to fill this out for site 91, and they're just staying the one night. They're checking out on the 14th. And then the other thing we always do on the back is we go ahead and list the gate code, because I don't know how many times you've done this. I know I've done this. You leave a campground that's gated, and then you go to come back in and you can't remember the gate code. This way the gate code is on the back of their car hanger, and they can just look up, punch it in, and they'll be good to go. So now what I do is I take these 2 items, I just put them right in here. I'm going to get a paper clip. We'll paper clip them. And now my maps for tomorrow are done. I got lucky today. There's only one. As I do what most of you like to do, which is go ahead and make me a cup of hot Joe in my Travels with Delaney mug. So, all right, we need to update our late arrivals board for tonight. This is like if somebody came in, they didn't have a reservation, and I always like getting to do this when I get to do this. We are full for tonight. Well, it's 12:15, and I actually got busy. I've had people in the store, I've taken a couple reservations, and Patty's on her way back. She was out doing some eBay stuff for our business, and she ran to town to get some supplies for an activity we're doing tonight here. But as soon as she gets back, she's going to do site prep for me, because I don't have anybody this morning for site prep. And again, site prep just means checking the fire pits, making sure they're clean, making sure the picnic table's clean, and then sticking those site cards on. So she's going to go do that, since I really just don't want to close the store. That's always a worst case scenario. I can put a sign up that says I'm out in the park working, but I like to keep the store open, especially on the weekend, because that's really when we have the most guests here, and they may need things. So it's now 4:30, and you can see we still have a lot of check-ins to come in today. But that's normal on a Friday. Usually they come in a little later because everybody's working. And you can see it's a gorgeous day outside. So, well, while I'm waiting on check-ins, I might as well go ahead and start sweeping. You know, another thing we can do real quick is check plants, see if we need to water them. Well, you know it's a long shift when your microphones lose their battery before the end of the shift. So you may notice a difference in audio quality because I'm on my iPhone. But we're at 6 o'clock, which means we need to hang out the ones out here on the board that didn't show up. And that's the way we handle late check-ins. We just hang them up here. When you get here, you pull your map. It's got all your information inside, gate code, everything you need. And there we go. That's done. And now we can finish closing up. We'll lock the front door here. Pull down the blind. I've already counted down my drawer, made my cash deposit, did all the paperwork. And it's after 6, so we can shut off the lights. So even though we are sold out this weekend, it was actually a slow day. All right, I got the grill going. I got some salmon tonight. I got some fresh zucchini and onion in there, and then we'll make some white rice to go with it. And I'm just gonna hang out for a few minutes while that's cooking, and then we'll have dinner, and then we'll gotta go get set up. All right, it's time to head up. Got another hour and a half, 2 hours to go tonight, but hopefully it'll be fun, right?
Yeah, and hopefully we see some balloons.
Yeah. Well, tonight's entertainment might not be the pool party. It might be
Look at the balloons.
the balloons. It's Balloons Aloft weekend here in Angola.
Oh,
and look at all of
cool.
them. Not sure how well they're going to show up
Yeah,
here,
they look
but
like little dots.
yeah, very cool. But I got to go get this pool party started. A little different type of pool party tonight. All right, we got it going. Patty made a little buffet today. Just a few snacks if anybody wants them. It was BYOB, but you can see we got a packed pool at night. Well, that's a wrap. That party tonight was crazy, wasn't it, Patty?
Holy cow, I've never seen so many people, and they applauded.
I know. First activity where they've ever applauded at the end of it. It was awesome. So it's now...
Even with the frozen veggies.
Even with frozen veggies. It's 10:18. I just got back, so it was a fairly long day. I started this video, I think it was 7 a.m.
Yeah.
But I have to tell you, this is one of those jobs where it just doesn't feel like a job. It's just fun. So I hope you enjoyed coming along for my day, a day in the life here at Happy Acres Campground. I'll try to do more of these because every day is a little different around
it's
here.
It's like teaching. It's different.
Yep.
You never know what you're going to get.
All right, everybody. Thanks for coming along. Until next time, we'll see ya.
On down the road. Bye.
And remember, don't just camp.
Camp happy.
Travels with Delaney. We'll see you on down the road.